Stars!
It feels no pain, and will end yours forever.
So he's got a nice chunky punch here. Tentacle Scythe. Whoa, that tracking is like crazy! Accelerate, which is like a scream. I'm zooming! I'm zooming! Oh my god, what the fuck?
Get it over with. Stop resisting.
Oh my god, that's so cool! It like slowed down there. Oh, hi. Yo, this is hype as f. Hello folks, Sinow here, your new home for everything Resident Evil Resistance, and today I am bringing you the Nicholai update. They have uploaded this as of last night. Nicholai Ginovaef? Ginovaef? I think it's a soft G sound. Ginovaef? Whatever. Nicholai has been added to the game. I'm really excited because I think he's a very fun bad guy in Resident Evil 3, and I am going to quickly go over some of his passive abilities and show you the cards that he has available. I'd rather show you the cards in action though, so I'll kind of hop into a practice mode, discuss what they can do, and then finally show some gameplay of me stomping survivors with Nemesis afterwards. But just before we dive into Nicholai, his niche, and where I think he'll fit into the meta, they have actually uploaded patch notes for this update, finally, which you can find on the Resident Evil Resistance website. There will be a link to that below if you want to take a look through it yourself. There's a couple of things that you might be interested in that aren't covered in this video, and I'm really happy that they have allowed NeoBards, or Capcom themselves have done patch notes, as I think that's going to make it a lot simpler for people to keep track of updates and how things in the game are changing. So, what are Nicholai's niches? As you can see on the screen here, he specializes in firearms and tracking. Tracking I thought was quite an odd one at first, but I really like tracking mines. If they work the same on Nicholai, if tracking works the same with Nicholai as it does with the mines, it means that survivors will take 20% more damage when they are being tracked, which is actually really big. It's kind of like a negative yellow herb effect. And I think that people at first might not realize how powerful this is until they start to play with him, but you can do some crazy damage with Nicholai, and that's before you even get to Nemesis, which is a really powerful BOW that is a little bit liable to be stun locked, but if survivors don't stun lock it, you can wreck face with this thing. There are streamers out there who are using equipment that just buffs Nemesis's damage and duration, and they're winning games with that. That's how powerful Nemesis is, and I'll show you that in action shortly. It's really fun to play as him. I'm a little bit disappointed that Nicholai didn't bring any new creatures. I was hoping he would be like a ranged creatures type of mastermind. However, I am having fun playing as him, and I do think he can be quite strong in and of his own right. So let's discuss his skills. By default, he has Relentless, which shortens the Nemesis cooldown when survivors are tracked or defeated, and it stacks. This actually is quite effective. You can get Nemesis pretty early into Area 2. I've actually had him pop in Area 1 a couple of times now, and I think this is actually a pretty strong effect. Otherwise, I think at rank 23 you unlock Stars. This automatically tracks all survivors when you control Nemesis, 20% more damage, and it also shortens the cooldown of Accelerate. Accelerate is like an AoE roar shout move that Nemesis can do that stuns all survivors, that I'll show you in a second. But that's pretty useful. Then for his Predator passive skill, this allows you to apply tracking to survivors. By default, you have tracking rounds, which means that when you hit them with a firearm, they are automatically tracked. You can also switch to Blood Trail later on. I can't remember what rank this unlocks at. I'm really sorry. Which means that if a survivor goes down below 75% health, they are automatically tracked. This will be really useful, I think, for more creature-focused Nicholai builds, which I do think are possible, and you can maybe come up with like a kind of creatures with turret backup type of build with him. I'll be testing some things out on my streams in the upcoming days to find new ways to play as him, as well as just what is strong, and I think Blood Trail will be really useful for creature-based builds. Then we have his passive Firearms Specialist. By default, this is like a net where it decreases the cost of all guns by 1. And then eventually you unlock Mag Expansion, which increases firearm ammo and duration. This can actually give a mobilizing shot more than 1 round, for instance, as well as other rifles and stuff. So this is quite interesting, and I think there's some hidden potential with this one as well that I'll show you in a little second. His Area 2 special card by default is Radar Pulse. This is you use it and everybody gets tracked for 3 cost. And then you can also unlock High Caliber Rifle Turret, which is a turret that has High Caliber Rifle instead of the normal rifle, which turrets come with, which is, as you can imagine, quite oppressive for survivors to have to deal with. It's a little bit scary. And then in Area 3, his special card by default is Reinforced Leg Hold Trap. Not terribly interesting, but still fairly useful. This is a leg hold trap that takes longer to break out of than normal ones. And then eventually, I know at rank 19, you unlock Turret Machine Gun. This turns a camera into a sentry with a machine gun attached, and I think this is particularly oppressive to deal with. Although I haven't... My problem with this card is that I keep winning in Area 2 because he's so strong. So I haven't really had much chance to test out this card yet because survivors keep dying too quickly. But look at Nicholai's face. He knows this is some bullshit. So I'd rather show off these cards to you in-game. But let me go over when they unlock very quickly for you all. Red Queen mod unlocks at rank 7 and it doubles EIS activation speed while it's in your hand. Air Cannon unlocks at rank 13 and it knocks survivors back when you shoot it at them. Efficiency Mod Firearms unlocks at rank 19 and it lowers the costs of all firearms by 1. And Energy Booster Firearms unlocks at rank 25 and it also lowers the cost of firearm cards that are currently in your hand. And in a little quick extra note, Discount has been nerfed. It now has a cost of 2 rather than a cost of 1. Anyway, let's jump into a practice mode game and we'll see what these cards look like in action. Okay, we're zoning into Area 3 here and you get to hear Nicholai in his accent just now.
I still have time to kill you.
There you go. What a wonderful sultry voice you have, Nicholai. So, let's test out some of the new cards. First of all, Air Cannon, which costs 2. So I have 2 rounds of this. I think this is because I'm using Nicholai's passive that gives you an extra round. Here's how it works. -5 seconds, I think, per survivor hit. And it's just like a grenade launcher. It makes a really interesting little noise as well. Wow. I quite like that. Pretty fun. Here is Turret High Caliber Rifle. So do you see at the bottom left, I had 2 minutes and 13 seconds worth of duration because of that passive of his.
Without torture, there is no science.
It's going to be really difficult for survivors to have to deal with this. Let's take a look at Turret Machine Gun. Again, 2 minutes 13 because of my equipment, my passive. That's going to be horrible to deal with for survivors. There's a turret-based build for Nicholai out there, and I can't wait to make it for you guys and show it off. Okay. Efficiency Mod Firearms. Here's a shield. Shield's duration is less now. They've nerfed the duration of the shield.
Shame of being the first to die.
Which you might notice if you're particularly eagle-eyed just now. There you go. It's already gone. I think this was to try and help Nicholai not be like too unstoppably oppressive, and also to nerf Cooling Fan Spencer a little bit. I can now see why they nerfed the turrets from before. So you remember when they made it so turrets only take off 3 seconds per hit, and they give 15 seconds back to survivors now? I wasn't really sure why they decided to do that update, but now that Nicholai is out, I'm like, ah, now it all makes sense. So this is why they had those adjustments for turrets before. So here's Red Queen mod. While in hand, EIS activation speed is doubled. I am currently using EIS cables 1 and 3. Take a look at this. Instant activation with the Red Queen mod in hand. This could be really, really useful, not only for Alex, who maybe would want to have more infection in her equipment and then use Red Queen mod to give instant explosion traps, but it also means that other Masterminds have the ability to get instant explosion traps. So I think some trap builds, or maybe people splashing traps, might become more of a possibility with the Red Queen mod, and the EIS cables 1 and 3, which allows it to become instant. So there's a trap build out here waiting to be discovered as well, which I am looking forward to discussing more in the future. Let's take a look at Mobilizing Rounds. So I have 2 of them now because of Nicholai's passive, like I said before. Take a look at the projectile speed. It's a lot slower than it used to be, and it doesn't have as large a splash. So you need to be a little bit better with a Mobilizing Round, as I said. Here's energy booster firearms, lowering the cost of the machine gun. Notice how my first shot did 50 and then the subsequent shots did 61 with the tracking. Really, really powerful. Nicholai here with guns. It takes down survivors very quickly. Sorry, Tyrone.
Just die!
Okay, I've been dancing around it long enough now. I'm sure you're all like, get on with it, show us Nemesis. You want Nemesis? I'll give you Nemesis. Here he is, with his big glowing red eye and his massive teeth.
Strange world we live in.
So this is what he's like normally. I think he moves through doors faster than Mr. X does by default. That seems a lot faster to me, and in fact, I think they should make Mr. X's animations this quick as well. He has a punch move. This does 200 damage per punch by default. January here has been marked or tracked, so she's taking 241. This is Tentacle Scythe. This hits every survivor that you can see, I think, in your camera. And it knocks them over like that. Super useful. Then Accelerate, an AoE stun move. Not only that, look how fast I am now. This is crazy how fast he is. It's so much fun. And it allows you to move through doorways with no animation. You just walk through. So fun to chase down survivors with Accelerate like that. Let me summon again. So let me just show off how Tentacle Scythe can hit more than one survivor if you're looking at them both. That's really cool. I like that a lot. And finally, you're ace in the hole. Exterminate. You want stars? Oh, I'll give you stars.
Just die.
Oh, it's so good. It is so good. I love it. So the way that Exterminate works is its damage falls off depending on how accurate you are in hitting the survivor and like the range of the explosion. It has a fairly meaty radius anyway, but you do more damage if you hit them directly with the rocket than if you kind of splash it onto them. Let me see if I can display me doing a little bit less damage. So I'm not quite as accurate here in Tyrone, and he took 895 because he's being tracked. Remember, I'm doing more damage. Super good. Exterminate also has quite a low cooldown. I think by default, without any duration extenders,
now I have everything I need.
You can get like maybe 2 to 3 uses of Exterminate in.
They can track you down. There will be
Sorry, January.
escape.
So here you go. I've used Exterminate once. By default, Nemesis has a duration of 1 minute, which is quite short. But he's super strong for that 1 minute, let's face it. Okay, I've managed to get another Exterminate up here. By the way, if you want to turn with this thing, you have to do like a little shuffle, which can be a little bit difficult. And then once you put the rocket away, the Exterminate cooldown begins to recharge.
I will make sure.
Yeah, so 2 to 3 uses of Exterminate per ultimate, if you manage to use them fairly on cooldown. Quite a large radius as well. This is great. So Nemesis doesn't have anything to stop being stunned. He is liable to being stun locked, but if the survivors don't really manage to stun lock you, and if you're quite far away from them and you catch up to them, he is a great bioweapon. Some streamers are just stacking like duration and damage on him and winning games through Nemesis alone. And with all of the cooldown reduction to whenever you track someone, you get him back quicker and things like that, he is a very, very fun bioweapon. Honestly, I think Mr. X and William Birkin could be adjusted slightly to be a little bit more like Nemesis. I think they've really hit their stride with this one, and it's probably the most exciting and fun thing about the Nicholai update. So I love Nemesis. I think he's great. He has weaknesses, and I think survivors will get better at stun locking him as they generally learn how to play against Nicholai. I also think that survivors are getting stomped by Nicholai because they're like maybe out of practice when it comes to fighting against gun-focused masterminds, but as they get stronger, they will get better at fighting against this. Do bear in mind though that they have nerfed quite a lot of the damage from like Matilda in Quick Draw that you can do to a camera. Cameras last a little bit longer now as a result, and they've also made EMP rounds a little bit weaker as well. So although shutting down the cameras is definitely how you fight against Nicholai, it's not quite as quick as it used to be for the survivors to just shut them down.
Now I shall end this.
Okay, I've talked about him long enough. I'll show you a game of me using Nicholai in action. I hope you enjoy the Nicholai update. This has been Sinow, and yes, I can't wait to stomp some survivors with him this weekend. And maybe make some builds for him coming soon. Okay, here we go, here we go. I want to go a little bit easy on them on my first game anyway to see if we can get more gameplay out of it. If I kill them in area 1, it's going to suck. Silver Sam, what's up? Thank you for joining me on this wonderful adventure. You might win this time. Look at that pretty boy Nicholai. They said he was ugly because of his weird face cam smile.
I always fulfill contracts. You are all as good as dead.
Dead. He has too much teeth. He's perfect. How dare you? I wonder if they've made turrets better. Let's find out. He does sound South African as fuck to me. Okay, I have 8 bullets. You little bitches.
I will still find you.
Oh, well done, guys. You're so clever. You really nailed me there.
You have found my little toy. But do not expect to activate it so easily.
Oh, I'm not used to my camera being this fast. Well, that didn't work.
Come out and play.
Come out and play.
Without torture, there is no science.
There is no science. Let's see if dogs got smarter. You know they didn't. You fucking know they didn't.
Good. You can move to the more dangerous toys now.
Yo, the shields do not last long. That dog jumped really quickly.
I like this.
Please, doggy guy, come on. The dogs are better. The dogs are better. The dogs are better. They buff dogs. I swear to God, that dog is way better. Come on. Come on, doggy. Get him. Come on. Please be better. I swear that dog was way more aggressive.
You cannot run away so easily.
I swear.
You have a key.
Or I just got lucky, I don't know.
You have to use it.
Dog build? More dogs?
The dead move faster than you.
Yo, please don't lose. Sam.
That was too easy.
Come on, Sam.
Do not be pleased with yourself.
Oh, it's still barking. It's still barking a little.
Stand still, and I will end the pain for you. Get it over with.
Oh, the dog killed her. Oh no, Jill, please, come on. Okay, I'm gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna watch this dog. Because I want... The dogs are better. The dogs are better. I swear to God. They're way more aggressive now. I swear. Yeah, come on, Jill. You can do it. Can we just shout out how fucking hype this song still is? After like hours of gameplay. You fucking... Sam, get out of here.
So many made it this far. It's unacceptable.
It would be no fun if I just downed Jill there and then won, you know what I mean?
No matter, your luck will end.
So that's my Area 2 card that allows me to track all survivors. Apparently it's like a very important mechanic for Nicholai. So weird though. What a strange thing to pick. I'm sure it'll start to make more sense the more that we play him. Open up, Sam. Open the fuck up. Oh, I should have shot him. I'm gonna chase them. Need to get my accelerate back up though. He's way quicker. He moves through doors quicker. Yeah, that's thunder. Like I thought it would. No! Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Martin. Great. I wanted to shoot Jill.
Security guard now, but this is not the end.
Yo, turret rifle is like popping off here. What if they made turrets better when they're tracking someone? Oh, well done. Get him, boy. Oh, shield time. Oh, you ran into the trap. Do the cameras have more durability? Because they were shooting me for a long time. Sorry, I'll have my revenge. I think the turrets work better when somebody's being tracked, and I really like that change. Yo, he was standing on top of that mine. Get him, dog. I wouldn't trust any feelings of whether or not they're strong or weak at first, because this game is really good at making things feel weak when they're actually strong. Like, we've been bamboozled a million times by that in the past.
Let's not do that again.
Okay. I'm gonna go whole hog in them in Area 3. Maybe we can get... We can have this one. Yeah, discount sucks now if it's 2 cost, honestly. Ow. Here we go, here we go.
I do not understand. How are you still living?
I want my revenge, chat. Reinforced leg traps. So weird. Some of the things that they've picked for this are very bizarre. Oh, this is kind of an awkward place for me to use turret rifle.
My kind of weapon, yes!
Got him. Let's see how long she takes to get out. Oh, she has no chance.
But the right.
Yo, what's up? Stars! Oh, I'm stunned. Oh, it's still a BOW.
Strange, but profit.
Everyone feeling better? Bitches! Oh, it missed. Healing spray deployed! Oh, I only did 430. That's weird.
I care not, but your success amuses.
There we go. That's nice. I think that's actually going to be really good. You want stars? I'll give you stars. Oh, I'll give you stars, alright.
You should stop now.
It doesn't down them in one shot like I thought it would. But then that's probably for the best. He doesn't have a grab, no. Get him, boy. Oh, you're done.
Just die.
You're done for. Yo, that dog got up really quickly there. Did you see that? The dogs are... They've improved dog AI. I swear they've improved dog AI.
That should not be possible.
Possible.
You're barely more than children.
Wow, he really has a thing about the fact that they're children. Okay, we back. They have so... Oh my god, guys. The dog build might actually become a reality. Yeah, take that, Martin.
No ammo.
Damn, I really wanted a shield there. I think the cameras have more HP now, because he was shooting me for a really long time there.
Watch out for more traps.
Nice try.
He has reinforced leg hold traps. This is for earlier, Sam. You suck. You fucking suck.
Strange world we live in. Strange, but profitable.
This is for earlier, Sam. Yes, let's go. So you can hit people behind the exit line, which is good. She's down. So accelerate into exterminate seems to be the best combo. Yes!
I did not expect you to
Fuck
lose.
yeah!
But you're
Fuck
not
your safe
free yet.
zone, survivors! Let's see you get out of that!
A kitten to kill.
Let's go! Hell yes!
But you were not good enough.
That's so good. That's so good. I love that.